And one of the islands to visit is an island called Water 7, which is pretty much Venice, but even better. Because there are no Italians over there. No,
Oh,
I'm kidding.
shit.
Wow. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anime Club After Dark, the podcast that delves into all things anime, manga, and otaku culture related. I am your host, Alex, but you can call me Senpai. And joining me tonight, we have our poser extraordinaire, Nitai.
Hi.
Are you under the blanket?
I'm assuming the fetus position.
Oh, my.
And our chivalry of Shota, Shotaro.
It's time to duel.
How long have you been holding that in reserve?
Huh? Oh, honey. I whisper it before every podcast.
Oh my god. I wish you were joking.
Imagine that one guy was like going back to each episode. It's like, what? Just turning the volume to the max, trying to listen to it.
Yeah. So, before we get into what we're actually going to be doing tonight, which is going to be a fun, kind of laid-back topic, I want to talk to you, Nitai, about something that we just kind of learned a couple of days ago. So, you know those Rohan one-shots that the manga that Araki did, and some of them have been turned into anime?
Yeah, I haven't watched them, but I know of them.
Well, the anime adaptations are kind of good, but they're getting a live-action miniseries now.
Ho ho!
Ho ho ho!
Who's portraying Rohan?
Who is portraying Rohan? That is a really good question. It is going to be, I'm looking it up here, it's Issei Takahashi, who was also in the live-action version of Ikebukuro Westgate Park, and March comes in like a lion.
Huh. Sure.
Yes, he's going to be playing Rohan. It's going to be 3 basically standalone episodes. They're going to air on December 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Oh, it's a TV show. It's not like a movie.
Yeah, it's a TV miniseries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a movie. It's a TV miniseries.
I mean, cool. We'll see how they'll do the stands, or like I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how. Okay, go ahead.
I hope there's going to be a way for us to watch them at some point.
I doubt it. Let's be frank.
Listen, there's always a way.
There's always a way. Yarr.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Nitai, never give up. Be the Subaru we need you to be.
Oh God.
But
Please, I don't feel like dying over and over again.
I think it's cool. I mean, it got a lot of flack, but I did watch the live action adaptation of Part 4. I thought it was actually halfway decent, and the CGI stands look pretty cool. So
when someone told me that instead of Red Hot Chili Pepper appearing in that specific scene, it's sheer heart attack, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, they changed the story up a lot for the fact that it's a movie, but I'd still think it works. I mean, it's not a 1-to-1 adaptation, but I don't care. It's JoJo's. More JoJo's is never a bad thing to tie.
Sure.
Part
like
6
I
when.
mean, like when I mean, we live in a world with like a shit ton of JoJo doujinshi, so that's why I'm not too,
that is true.
agreeing with that statement of yours that more JoJo is always good.
That is true. All right, so moving on from that, like I said, we are going to do something that's kind of like just fun and laid back tonight. So what we're going to be doing is the 3 of us here are going to be talking about some different anime and manga settings that the 3 of us would like to either, for lack of a better term, be isekai'd into and have to live in permanently, or just take a vacation to. And we're going to talk about maybe why we'd want to go to these places. So, Nitai, you're up first. Where do you want to go?
Oh,
Take me on a trip.
I wish I could have segued from the news into that, because speaking of JoJo's, I would like to visit Morio. Mori,
radio.
Wow, we're really synced on that. Okay. Anyway, Yeah, Morio seems like a really neat place. I mean, aside from how much the show fleshed out that setting with like the different locations and places you can go and check out, it just Part 4 was such a good show in terms of building up that setting and just make it like it seemed like a real place to some extent. It was alive, and I'm down to see it. Not so much, getting tackles with a certain serial killer, but just chilling. Seems like a really fun place to just chilling, eat a sandwich,
Chew.
chew.
No, that was the cool thing about Part 4. It's like by the end of it, you realize that wow, the city itself was almost like a fucking character.
Yeah, like it's
And how it changes over, and not just the people in it, but the city itself kind of changes over the course of the anime. Oh, and the manga.
Yeah, I mean, you literally, like, some characters turn into specific landmarks, like, Angela turned into a rock, and then you have, like, the Boing Boing Cliff, or that stupid thing. Like, there's a lot of, like, fun to be had in Mario, and...
I don't know about the YouTube, but I think that if the setting of a story can actually seem like it's a character, that's actually a well-developed setting.
Yeah, for sure. And just, like... that whole depiction of suburban life is just so well depicted, I guess.
It is.
So yeah, it seems like a really neat place, and
so you wouldn't want to live there. You just want to visit, right?
I mean, actually, who knows? Maybe just like Rohan, I'd feel being like a reclusive artist going to Morio, fleeing the big city to go to this fucked up little town. I don't know. Seems like a cool place.
Maybe you'd want to live there post the event, after the events of Part 4.
Yeah. But it
not
seems
beforehand.
It seems like a cool place to both visit and just stay, for a while. So.
You see what I did there? You wouldn't want to visit beforehand.
That was really bad. That was really bad.
I saw an opportunity for a shitty joke. I'd take it.
I wish I had an even shittier pun to retort to that, but never mind.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure one will come around eventually.
Anyway.
All right. So,
So,
where do you want to go?
I want to live my entire life in Yggdrasil from Overlord. I've started playing D&D over the last 4 months, and I'm a complete nerd for it. Completely obsessed. Unhealthily obsessed, actually. And Overlord is basically literally set in a D&D universe, so how could I not go to that universe? Plus, apparently, well, the main character is evil, so I also like evil people. So we could be besties, or I could just have my own evil cabal and have my own little dungeon of evil deeds to be done. That'll be a lot of fun. I won't be like caged or judged or like because when you play D&D, you have to play with other players, and if you're being a bad person, everybody else is gonna be like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then but if I am just by myself in Yggdrasil, I can do all the evil things I want, and no one will know. So that would be great. Also,
you just want to bone daddy.
I mean, who doesn't?
No. That's a good pun, but there's a lot of problems with that. Ethically and physically. But
there's no physical problems, honey.
Unless you're a slime.
Ooh.
I think there are physical problems, and I'm not a slime. And also, it would be just fun to be like, max level, and then all these little peons would, worship me as the god I am. I mean, like, it won't be too much different from real life, but like, I'm kind of used to this lifestyle, so it's in my comfort zone,
You want like a tall, busty girl to hold onto your arm, just going, "Sasuga Shotaro."
Wow.
Oh my. Is this my fantasy or your fantasy, Alex?
Listen, it could be either one of ours.
Anyways, yeah, I would love. Mm-hmm.
That's one of the appeals of Overlord, though, like the whole D&D aspect of it.
Yeah, I watched Overlord before I got into D&D, and after getting into D&D, it's very interesting seeing the parallels.
Yeah.
Because the books
You got
also have like detailed like sheets of like each character's strengths and like items and stuff. Like from what I've read, like I haven't finished the first book, but I noticed that there was just a shit ton of details about like each character to that extent of
yeah.
an actual like D&D character sheet.
It's
That's why
actually.
I was gonna say that's why I like you mentioned the light novels. Like if you have watched the anime for Overlord and you actually kind of like it, please, for the love of God, go read the light novels, because as good as you might think the anime is,
And
the
it's
light
not.
novel's so much better.
Oh yeah, the light novel is amazing. But yeah, so it's pretty funny playing D&D because Ainz, the main character, is basically like a necromancer wizard. And playing as a wizard in D&D, you actually do have to be really paranoid because you only have a limited amount of magic you can use a day. So you have to like you literally have to be very paranoid. So, makes sense. Makes sense that he's paranoid.
All right. I guess I'll go next then. So for the first one I want to talk about, it's kind of a place that, well, it is a real place you can go to. In fact, I think Show has been there.
Oh yeah.
It's Ikebukuro, but it's Ikebukuro from Durarara. I love Durarara.
Easy for you to say.
I know it's not an easy thing to say. But I love the anime. I love the light novels. And mostly because I love the fucking characters in Durarara.
I feel like you'd get stabbed in the first day.
Hey, if it were by Isaiah, I could live with that.
Oh no.
Stab me, honey.
Penetrate that virgin
Penetrate
skin.
me, Isaiah. Please. No, it's just because the whole world of Ikebukuro in Durarara it's got so many colorful characters that I would just love to meet and hang out with. And it's got Celti. How could you fucking go wrong with Celti?
Is that the chick with the helmet?
Yes. She's a Dulahan.
I don't know what that means.
A headless horseman.
Okay. I always thought you
Now, do you get why she wears the helmet?
Wait, have you not watched Durarara?
No, actually, I haven't.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you should. It's really good.
Yeah.
Don't you, me?
No, it's one of these shows I've been planning to watch for ages, but I just haven't.
I mean,
I'll get to it.
For this though, it helps that it's a real place. I could actually go visit the real Ikebukuro. There's not going to be any Zaya, or there's not going to be fucking Erica or Walker to go nerd out with. There's not going to be the dollars.
I mean, you can make
There's
your
not
own
going to be.
dollars.
There's not going to be Shizuo throwing shit around all the time.
You might find some cosplayers.
They're probably. So you were in the real Ikebukuro. Was there actual Durarara stuff in Ikebukuro?
I don't particularly remember. There's definitely merchandise. I don't know about actual like cafes or something.
I don't know. I just think it'd be a fun setting to go visit, maybe not live in. There does seem to be, at least in the world of Durarara, a lot of crazy shit that goes down all the time in Ikebukuro, so it's probably not somewhere I'd want to live, but definitely visit for a while. All right, Natai, what you got for us next? Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh God.
So, One Piece is pretty
God.
good. It's pretty good.
Oh God.
It's not a hot take or anything. It's just a really good show. Yeah, so just quick context. I've just binged about 300 episodes of One Piece in like less than 2 weeks, and that was really fun. And one of the islands, dude, it's really fucking good. And one of the islands to visit is an island called Water 7, which is pretty much Venice, but even better. Because there are no Italians over there.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding.
shit.
Wow, my God.
I'm kidding. It's pretty much
Well, it's
Venice,
been nice while
but-
it lasted, guys. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much Venice, but the entire island is like sort of based around the whole premise of the economy of the island is that they're like the biggest industry of ship making, I guess, or shipbuilding, and there's just a whole lot of people that like work in that field over there, and it's really neat. And aside from that, there's like a whole economy of like the transportation around there because they utilize different fish for that, and it's just a really chill place. I mean, in the arc of the show that it takes place in, it's not really chill because there's a lot of shit going down. But aside from that, it's just a really pleasant place with a lot of cool people, and just it's fucking Venice, but even better. What more could you ask for? There's a big fountain at the top of this island. It's fucking amazing. Oh, and they listen to this. They have a fucking train that goes on water.
Oh, choo choo, motherfucker.
Fuck yeah. So yeah, Water 7 is a really neat setting actually. Like I mean, just a small tangent. It's really fun to see like how much details Oda puts into each new island that they visit in One Piece. Like just really small details that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but it just make the world feel that much more alive and real. So
well, he's had plenty of time to do it.
Plenty of opportunities as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Water 7 is really, really dope.
I have got nothing to say.
I mean, if you're hopping from island to island, you'll probably need a One Piece, so it makes sense.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna comment.
Why are we all just trying to do shitty puns tonight? What the fuck?
I have nothing to say either. I have not watched One Piece at all, nor am I interested.
I have watched One Piece and I'm still not interested.
Damn. Savage.
It's good.
So yeah, moving on.
Again, I have no attachment or nostalgia to it. I promise, it's good. Anyway.
So yeah, speaking of D&D, I also want to visit Grimgar from...
I just realized, like, all except for one of these are fucking, like, game worlds. What the fuck,
I'm
Joe?
such a gamer TM.
I'm such a gamer boy.
Such a gamer.
Gamer, GAYMER.
Oh yeah, big Y.
Gamer with a capital Y.
Oh yeah.
This fucking episode.
Anyway, so yeah, Grimgar is basically D&D too, but you start from level 1, which is fine, I guess. Not as good as Overlord, but I mean, I'll take it. I mean, it's hard to talk about Grimgar without going into spoilers because I've read the novels. The novels are really good, and the anime doesn't really cover much, but the rest of Grimgar is really interesting. It's a very diverse world with lots of different landscapes that you can adventure in. I just love fantasy RPGs in general, like games, and I guess that is only games. Like an anime that is also basically a story of an RPG, I love too. And there's a lot of places you can explore in Grimgar, a lot of different, very different settings, and yeah. I mean, also it'd be just fun to start an adventuring career from being a noob to being the best, even though all the characters in Grimgar are really shit at everything. I would be the prodigy because,
wow.
I mean, obviously.
Because you're the true
Humble
gamer.
much?
Yeah, I'm a true gamer. Oh no, the only problem with Grimgar is that you lose your memories.
That is true.
That
you
is
lose your memories
that is
when
a
you go
big
there.
problem.
That's okay. That's okay. You're unlike those beta cucks. You'll remember.
Exactly. I'll just write everything down, and then like when I go there, I'll just read it. Just
I
cheat the
will say,
system.
I will say that the sort of tragedy of Grimgar is that if you only know Grimgar through the anime didn't really do the setting justice because you never got to see a whole lot of it.
Yeah, there's a whole lot out there. Definitely read the novels.
Yeah,
A whole
It's
new.
so
world.
that's the
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
a whole. New world. But yeah, that's like if you watched the Grimgar anime adaptation and you thought this is kind of cool, but there doesn't seem to be a lot here. I mean, you're not wrong, but give the light novels a try. They're not that bad, and it delves into the setting a lot. all the different places that they go to.
But I can't read.
That's unfortunate.
That sounds like a you problem.
Another cool thing about Grimgar that's different from a lot of shows of its kind is that it really focuses on teamwork. Like, there's no like solo gamers that like go out by themselves and like kill everything by themselves. Like, you need a party of diversified professions to, kill the monsters and survive. So, I love...
The story makes a point of showing that if people who go out and try and do it on their own always die.
Yeah, I love mechanics like that. I'm a nerd for those kind of mechanics. So that would be fun.
All right. Well, moving on. So the second one I want to talk about is a world I would love not just to visit. I want to fucking live in it. And I don't think it was ever given a name in the anime. If it was, I don't remember what it was. But it's the world of interspecies reviewers. Why? One simple reason, my friend. Guilt-free casual sex. That's it. That's the whole reason. I mean, the monster girls are a plus too, but...
Which brothel would you go to first?
First? That's a good question. Oh.
Ooh, I put you on the spot, didn't I?
You did. I love the one where they do the gender bent. The gender bent brothel.
God. Oh, why would you say that?
Would you go with who would you be your first prostitute?
Species.
Well, I'd have to say, I have to assume, because there seems to be every single monster girl imaginable in the interspecies reviewers universe.
No,
I'd
pick
go
from the
with,
show.
like,
Pick from the show. Pick from the show. Don't cheat.
I don't know if they ever went to one specifically, but I know they mentioned it being one, that there's like a cat girl / cat boy brothel.
Wow,
I would definitely hit
so
up that
basic.
first.
So basic.
I know it's
what a
basic
bitch.
but fuck you. I also... The fairy one strikes me as something that would be fun.
Really?
Shut up!
You strike me as someone who's weird enough to go for the Cyclops one.
The Cyclops? I'd do it.
With the fucking big eyes. That was the weirdest shit ever. I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Hey, it was weird, but fuck you.
Like, not to kink shame anyone, but who the fuck gets off on licking their eyeballs? What was that about, dude?
That's a real kink.
Nah.
What?
No,
I
I'm
doubt
serious.
it.
It's a real thing. Like, it's a real fetish.
Nah.
That doesn't sound
Eyeballs?
healthy.
I swear it is. Natai, one day we're gonna have to make you not so naive.
How wouldn't you just like injure the eye? How can you lick someone's eye?
I'm telling you, it's a real fucking thing.
It's called cannibalism, Alex, and that is not legal.
No.
Well, cannibalism is a real thing too.
Because in the anime, the whole point is that these Cyclops have big ass eyes, like a single eye, so it's big enough for you to lick them.
And the bigger the eye, the more desirable they are.
For some inexplicable reason, I don't know what the fuck is up with that.
You don't want those
But
animu eyes? Those big, beautiful animu eyes?
Why wouldn't you want that, Natai?
No thanks. I prefer my girls with 2 eyes. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Also, the bird girl brothel. I'd go to that one.
Oh, what's?
Fuck you.
I mean, that's pretty basic too.
You just want to watch them like hatch some eggs. You fucking pervert.
Shut up, Natai. I will say, it's a phrase I've been saying more and more often lately. I'm not a furry, but... And I've done it with B&A. I've done it with B-Stars. I've done it with interspecies
You're building
reviewers.
quite the extensive case, It's like...
I am not a furry. I love cat girls, though. But no, I mean, they even point this out in the anime about how the cool thing about their world is, like, you don't have to worry about unwanted pregnancies or STDs. They have magic to get rid of those things. What a great world that would be.
Honestly, if I would have picked that world to go to, I would have just went to that like magician's brothel where you pay for a weekend with her and that's it. It's just chill and wholesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for the girlfriend experience.
Anyway,
I loved Interspecies Reviewers. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
It's pretty good. Anyway, I love to go to Itomori from Your Name. It also hopes it's a real place to some extent. I'm not sure it's like specifically that town is like real, but that whole region is just a place I really want to go visit because A, it looks absolutely gorgeous, Although maybe real life isn't as striking as Shinkai's movie, but anyway. Yeah, it just looks like a really chill place to just relax and experience a different type of culture from what I know. Because that whole dance that they do, like Mitsuha and her sister, like again, that's part of their culture in that village. And I looked up. It was ages.
You mean the sake thing?
Yeah, where they like eat the rice and then that whole thing.
I think
And they spit into it.
I think we know why Nitai wants to go to Itamori.
Yeah, you want to swap spit with some animu girl.
Right. Anyway, seems like a really chill place that I'd love to go and just like I love hiking and going to mountains and stuff. So that also seems like a really cool setting to go and travel and discover.
Yeah,
connect to nature.
I've never been to northern Japan.
I've never been to Japan, period.
Well, me either. But from all the... I mean, like you say, I think Makoto Shinkai's movies have a way of drawing beauty out of, rather mundane things. Just look at the food in his movies.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know. But I think I've seen enough pictures of places from northern Japan, particularly Hokkaido, to know that it's probably about as pretty as you see it in Your Name.
Well, there you go. I want to go.
So Nitai, what?
I mean, I want to go to Japan for many reasons, but
mostly the cat cafes.
Yes,
the cat girl cafes are a plus.
So
were you about to ask something? Yes.
What would you do if you woke up with boobs?
I mean,
waka 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 waka.
I watched the movie. I know what I need to do. It's pretty obvious.
You watched the movie, then you know you need to do it multiple times.
Listen, I know what I'm
listening.
Doing. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry.
Of course.
I'm ready. I'm ready for every situation that might come my way.
Oh, are you?
Oh.
All right. So would you want to like live there or just visit?
I think I'd like to live there. Yeah, seems like a cool change of scenery and environment and all that.
So you want to talk about the most generically named place ever?
You mean the Empire? I don't even need to say where it's from because
wait, is it the
knows.
Empire from a galaxy far, far away?
The Empire.
The Empire, capital T, capital E, Empire from Akame ga Kill. If you didn't know, but obviously you knew. Yeah, there's clearly a pattern of me wanting to go to fantasy places where I will probably die. But it's okay because I'm willing to die as long as I go out fighting for my country? ? Anyways.
Don't lie. The only reason you want to go to this place is to be strangled by Esdeath.
Oh, yes. But yeah, I mean, when I was watching / reading Akame ga Kill, I was so into it. I loved the setting. It was so interesting. They didn't really go too deep in it, but like the little splashes I saw here and there was really cool. I liked the landscape. I don't know. It was there was like mountains and forests and all these different magical wildernesses that you like go out to and you fight through and you get these magical items. And I really loved the way that they balanced the magical items. Like there were some items that made like huge, crazy magical effects, like Estet's ice blasts. And there was some items that had very minor effects, but they were very powerful, like Akame's sword that if you sliced anyone, they would die. So I thought it was really cool. What?
When you slice someone, they die, huh?
Oh,
people die when they are killed.
People die when they are killed, huh?
Oh my god. But like if you just like nick it, then you die.
Sure.
So wait, like even if you just touch it like the side of it,
no,
you die?
it has to draw blood. If it nicks you, you die. It's like poisoned or cursed or something.
That would be a very powerful sword if just basically by touching it anywhere you just instantly die.
Touch me.
How would you wield it?
Touch me, daddy. No, I'm assuming that if you're the wielder, you got some kind of power that wards it off, or you wear some kind of like
I guess
negating
so.
gloves or something. I don't know. It's a magic world.
Sure. Anyways,
It's a magic world where the capital is called the Empire. Obviously, the author didn't give a shit.
Yeah, the author didn't give too much of
wow,
a
it
shit
was
for
a
coming up with
really
names.
well thought out show, except for the ending. Okay,
I was gonna say, how about that ending show?
we don't talk about that.
Also, I'd like to say the author was clever enough to come up with like really creative names for the characters, and then calls the setting the Empire.
Wait, what are the creative names?
I've never seen another anime character named Esdeath.
That's true. I don't know where he came up with that name, but I mean the other names are just generic Japanese names. Anyways, yeah, like also just like how I said I really like the weapons they use and I find them balanced. The fights were really cool because I thought the weapons were balanced in that way. So that was a lot of fun. Plus the fight scenes were really well drawn in the manga. So listen, I just want to go out in a blaze, just kill everyone and then die myself. That's my perfect death.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to go somewhere that is not, or well, it was violent, but now it's not violent at all. So I would love, I think, to live in the world of Telesis, which I think it was only ever said once in the anime. So I forgive you if you didn't remember it, because I had to go look it up too. But that is the continent where Violet Evergarden takes place. I love Violet Evergarden. I've talked to Ty about this. It's probably in my opinion, it's the best anime that came out in the 2010s.
Bold claim, right?
It is a bold claim, but I stand by it. And I just love the whole aesthetic of it. The whole it looks so much like a European country after right at the turn of the 20th century. And I fucking love that whole aesthetic, that whole old world charm that it has, where it's got wrought iron fences around everything, and the stoneworks that all the buildings are made out of, and how it's just starting to get this. It's at the very beginning of a technological revolution, so you're starting to get things like radio and television and things like that. So it just seems like a really interesting world to live in, where it's right after a massive war happened, and there's a lot of displaced people, and they're all coming back home. And you're also right at the cusp of a technological revolution. It just seems like a really fun place to live. What the hell is so funny?
I was just imagining you in an auto memory doll uniform.
Hey, I would rock that shit like it's my Sunday best.
Sure. It was a funny image.
Wouldn't be the first time I've worn women's clothes.
Excuse me. But yeah, that whole setting is really fucking great. It
is.
It feels grounded, even though there's a lot of weird shit about it. To some extent, the observatory that they go to is a bit it's a bit fantastical, you could say, but everything is still it is grounded in reality to some extent.
Yeah, I mean, minus Violet's hands.
Again, they do try to sort of ground it in reality.
Yeah, it is because I mean, there obviously are prosthetic hands that exist now, but they're not anywhere near as complex as what she's using. But I think one day we might have prosthetic hands that can do all that. So, I mean, in that sense, it's grounded in reality.
Yeah, it's a really cool setting.
It just seems like a really great place to be, and there's, because the anime is done by Kyoto Animation, some gorgeous scenery.
Yeah, that house by the lake that the composer has.
Boy, that would be my house.
Yeah,
I'd walk in and I'd say, "How much?" Yeah, it's the setting of Violet Evergarden. It's fucking great. It's got a great aesthetic. And I just love it. It looks like a very peaceful place to live. And cry a lot.
Hey, I got this letter.
All right, Natai. Oh, boy. Another real place.
Another real place, but in quite the contrast. This is not a chill place to be. So Kekai Sensen, or rather Blood Blockade Battlefront, because of course that's how they translated it, is a really dope show. really stylish, really fun, really energetic, and just really it's balls to the walls. And the whole premise of the show is pretty much sort of like a parallel world of aliens and stuff made contact with New York City, and through several events, New York City is just sort of engulfed in that culture of like aliens. So you pretty much have this like just weird city, and it's still New York with all of its like things that I love about it, and like all the things that make it like a really crazy place, mixed in with this like alien culture that sort of merged into like the existing culture of New York itself. And it just like, and again, it feels like a character in itself, New York, in the show at least. And you see whether it's like diners that aliens are like the cooks and they make this weird hamburgers in, or it's the like different like like the underworld part of New York where you have like underground fightings and mobsters and all that. And amongst all of these like fantastical elements, it still feels very much like New York, and it's just a really fun setting. Honestly, I wouldn't want to live there because I would probably die because some giant alien just stomped on me for some reason. But visiting there just for shits and giggles, yeah, I'd be down for that. It's just a really fun, energetic setting that's just really, really cool. I really dig that whole show's aesthetic, especially the city itself.
Honestly, everything you just said is pretty much like how New York is now.
Well, there you go. There you go.
So you could literally go to New York right now and get the exact same experience.
I mean, I don't know if right now, considering the lockdown and all of that, but sure.
I've never seen Kekai Sensen, so I can't say anything else. I mean,
it's a really...
if I were to pick New York for something I have seen, though, I would say Bakano.
Yeah, at first I wanted to talk about Bakano, but then I thought, I want to talk about something even crazier. And Kekai Sensen is just that whole depiction of New York is really, really great. Would highly recommend if anyone's interested in giving it a shot. It's a really fun show.
All right. Show, what do you got for your last one you want to talk about? Oh, God. Oh, God.
Most basic choice. Also a classic. Sword Art Online. The first tour of the first season, Aincrad, is where I will be sent to. Because I'm a capital Y gamer. But the only problem with Sword Art Online, okay, there's multiple problems with Sword Art Online, but
yeah, there's way more than one problem.
The
with Sword Art
problems with Sword Art Online is that there's no magic, so there's not like you can't do any fun things. It's just like all you have is a sword. You can't even use like a longbow. No, you have to use a sword.
Not even a bow.
Yeah, just a sword. I'm like, I guess I'll deal with it. Also but
if you're special, you can use
two
swords.
Oh my god, what a twist! That is so crazy. Oh my god. But yeah, I love the drama of being like, oh, you die in the game, you die in real life, so much gossip to have, so much drama to have. And honestly, Sword Art Online feels like a really old school MMO, like RuneScape, where like it's very limited in what you can do. So you just have to like swing your sword at a tree for like 10 hours, and then you can finally level up. And then you like just, I love grinding, in all of the senses of the word. So, so I would love to grind in Sword Art Online, especially if Kirito was also there.
Oh my god.
Listen, the possibilities are endless.
Can I disown you?
I didn't know I was owned by you, honey.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Show is just looking for that edge.
Oh, yeah.
So edgy.
I'm the blackest swordsman.
Dude, did you see his sword?
That's
that
fucking guts. Shut your fucking mouth.
What'd you say, Nitai?
I said, did you see his sword? It's quite edgy.
I mean... he can swing that sword my way anytime.
Oh my god. Can we move on?
If you must.
We must.
If you're able.
Oh, I'm able. All right, so the last one I want to
Hi,
talk
Mom.
about.
I'm disabled. No, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow, we're gonna fucking get canceled.
Oh, hoo.
So the last one I want to talk about, I actually want to talk about two places really quick. They're both from Spice and Wolf, because Spice and Wolf is number one. It's one of my favorite things ever.
You don't say.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've spent so much money on this shit. It better be my favorite thing ever. But I love the whole thing where it takes place in this sort of stand-in for medieval Europe, and it plays that part really well with a lot of the different towns and villages that Holo and Lawrence visit throughout their journey. I was originally going to talk just about Cumberson, mostly because they have a town culture or a city culture that's very Celtic like, and it's a culture that I was kind of raised in myself, so I really really like it as a place to live. I mean, in terms of how it's done in the story, a little creepy town of a town to live in because everyone seems to be like have a fucking secret, but that's neither here nor there. I really like the culture of that town. The other one I really wanted to talk about though is Pazio, which is essentially Spice and Wolf's version of the city of Florence in Italy. It's a trading town that happens to be on a river, so it also is a port of call for a lot of people that are going further inland. And it's like a bustling metropolis that's a hub of trade, and it's just there's always something going on there, and it's really cool, and it's portrayed very much like a medieval port city was actually like back in the day, where there's all these different marketplaces and public squares where people are congregating and doing their own thing, and it was really well fleshed out in both the anime and the light novels, and it just seems like a really cool place to be. It's a just giant hub of activity in a medieval world. That's it. That's all I got. I know neither of you give a shit about Spice and Wolf.
But have you been vaccinated for your yeast infection? Because you're gonna need that if you're going to Spice and Wolf's world. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like if I'm going back to a medieval world, I'm gonna need vaccinations for more than one thing. Just saying. Right. Anyway, that's all I got from the last one. So Natai, wrap us up. What do you got for your last one you want to go visit?
So we all watch Konosuba, right?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. I got only one thing to say. They don't have bras.
Natai, why do you need a bra when the best girl's flat?
Dude, I'm not into like underage girls. What's wrong with you?
You don't know what the age of consent is in Konosuba's world.
I'm not gonna try and find that out. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Nope.
I mean, you make a good point though. No one in that world wears a bra. Those girls' backs gotta be hurting like a motherfucker.
Dude, did you see that fucking what was the like the cashier or like the bar
Oh, the
owner?
guild girl.
The guild girl, exactly. Like, dude, like what?
I feel like she has a name, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't know if it was ever stated, honestly.
I think it's probably stated in the light novels. I just don't remember what it is.
Who reads?
But anyway, who reads? What about Wiz?
Well, there you go. Like, I don't even need to explain myself. See? I don't even need to explain myself.
They all got these giant tits and they just boing, boing, boing.
See? I don't even need to explain myself at all. It just, there you go.
No.
Konosuba.
Nothing else need be said. It's Konosuba. I mean, who wouldn't want to live there? I would say we might talk about this on a future episode, but I would definitely want to have Subaru Steel ability.
In all honesty, though, like it's like one of the ongoing jokes in the show is how much Kazuma is like frustrated of how like shitty this world is, but it is kind of like as a whole like a really peaceful place to be in, with all of its like stupid people that live in there. But so yeah, it's like a really chill place.
Yeah,
you can hunt cabbages, dude.
I mean, I love cabbage. Cabbage is delicious.
I don't. I'll fuck him up.
I'm just gonna say, if you're gonna hunt them, at least let me eat them.
You monster.
I am a monster.
Just shredding those cabbages.
shredding cabbages. Like I shredded your mom last night. I mean, what?
It's so funny.
Oh.
I know that was shitty.
Whoa.
I hate ending this on an absolutely shitty joke, but we
Look
do
at
have
that.
to end it.
Damn, our comedy tonight is just top notch.
I know, right? It's like someone made us all 50 years old, and all we've been doing is spouting dad jokes.
I know you're a dad to someone, Alex.
I mean, you can call me daddy anytime you want.
No,
Thank you all
okay,
there for
okay.
dropping in to listen to us. Check the description below to find links to Anime Club After Dark on Twitch, on social media, and on Discord. Check out our merch store and our affiliate links as well. Any purchases you make there do really help us out. And with that, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. Say goodnight, everybody.
Sometimes there are like these moments in life where I'll just look at the situation. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, what have I done? Where did I go wrong?
Was tonight one of those nights?
Do I need to answer that?
Hey, it could have been worse.
Come on.